let's watch what Alex Jones had to say on Steven Crowder.
When you're ready, just roll. I guess you're rolling it from his end.
No, we'll roll it from our end then. Go ahead and roll it, guys.
All right.
But we will be at it as long as it takes. And if you're out there right now and you're one of Alex Jones's audience members and you're giving him money, I just want you to know that based on the jury's verdict today, it's not a very good bet. And to go back to what Robbie Parker said, all Alex Jones does is take from you, exploit you, lie to you, feed your fears and your anxieties and your mistrust. And the only person that benefits in that equation is him. Well, that stops. That's stopping today, thanks to the courage of these families. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Senator.
All right, so what he just said there is, we don't want money from Alex Jones. And I want to explain to listeners. We're going to appeal this.
Then they ask for money.
Get overturned.
Then they ask for money. We don't want the $900 million from Alex Jones, damn it. You can make that payable to cash.
Absolutely. So.
I mean, how many times has Steven Crowder talked about defamation, dude? Every single one of these motherfuckers has a tweet. Every single one of these motherfuckers have talked about suing other people on the basis of defamation. And now they're like, but wow, when one of our guys gets sued for defamation, well, holy moly, that's not acceptable. Steven Crowder has no fucking loyalty to any truth, okay? He has no semblance of a moral compass or anything. This is just his team. And if you're on Steven Crowder's team, if you agree with Steven Crowder, then Steven Crowder will defend you. If you're on his side, if you're ideologically aligned with him, he's going to fucking defend you. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You can quite literally create mass harassment campaigns against victims of school shootings. And when you get your comeuppance in the American criminal justice system or in the American court system, which is very, very hard when it comes to defamation, given the First Amendment, he'll still turn around and be like, no, this was unacceptable. They attacked you because you told the truth. So if you're going to go around and look for hypocrisy here, I'll tell you, like, of course it's hypocritical. There is no moral backbone here. They only care about winning.
Number one, I don't have $3 million cash in my company and my personal stuff. I have enough to operate and pay the bills and legal. I got a nice house, got decent cars, but I don't worship things. So that them trying to take money away from me means nothing, and it'll actually make me work harder to expose them. I'd work for free exposing them, so they're never going to silence me without killing me or putting me in prison.
Right.
And so that which doesn't kill me only makes me stronger. But they specifically say over and over again, they want me taken off the air. They want me bankrupt.
Motherfucker said, go ahead, liquidate my assets. That'll only make me grind harder, dude. That's kind of funny, not gonna lie. It's literally raise my rent. Take my house. It's only gonna make me grind harder.
How scared are you right now?
I am way more scared about the direction the country's going in, if they admit this is a formula for everybody. I mean, while the right wing laughs, some of them, and says, oh, it's just Alex Jones, they're on every channel saying we're coming after everybody now with this model. And they've even got the Republican Secretary of State in Texas saying we want to come after Republicans that question election fraud. Give me a break. So you have the rhinos, the neocons, the rabid left allied together against the populist uprising of nationalist Americans who are peacefully trying to take our country back. So I'm way more concerned about nuclear war. I'm way more concerned.
He said, I mean, we already watched this, but like, I love the notion that his fan base is peaceful when like they literally shot at the houses of some of the fucking parents, dude. Like, these guys are anything but peaceful. Their ideas are not peaceful, and their execution is certainly not peaceful. Yeah, peaceful, brother. Remember fucking January 6th?
Concerned about financial collapse. I mean, here's a good point, Stephen. Quite frankly, the way inflation's going, the way it accelerates towards Weimar Republic or Zimbabwe, in 10 years, there's such inflation, $1 billion will be like $1,000.
Yeah.
I mean, at the current rate we're at here, so
be like pesos.
No, I'm not scared. I am disgusted, and I really feel proud of myself because I've told the truth about this. I've said when I was wrong. They have created this whole synthetic identity for me, this straw man, and then they sat there and had to lie to a jury and suppress the truth and tell them I was guilty and rig this kangaroo court so I myself can hold my head tall. But I am in general very concerned for my children, for the country in the future, because of the rapid acceleration into total and complete corruption.
Yeah, so you said earlier that this is going to be overturned. Why do you think that it will be overturned? Not that you just have kind of this faith in that that's going to happen, but what are you guys arguing, if you can reveal that to us, on how it's going to be overturned?
Well, that's an excellent question. I have talked to dozens of very well-known constitutional lawyers. I can tell you Norm Pattis is a very well-known, successful lawyer around the country. He's talked to current and former judges in Connecticut and in New York, federal and state, that say this is the most insane craziness they've ever seen. The judge said in open court, you know, I said this months ago because she'd done rules in limine and told us what I couldn't say. She said in court, can't say you're innocent. Can't say you barely ever talked about these people. Can't say you didn't make money off of it. Can't be political, but they could hold up magazines I put out exposing Obama, but then we couldn't respond back to it.
He's like, they caught me in 4K and I couldn't lie. That's so fucked up. Yeah, it's called perjury, man. Which he did, by the way. He perjured himself. Conservatives absolutely fucking love crying to the referee. I'm the referee, dude. Conservatives love crying to the referee. It is so obvious that this is never about like a well thought out, well constructed argument against hypocrisy, but instead about the system not giving them exactly what they want. That's it. He's doing that right now. He's like, this is not about like a moral opposition to what these people have done with respect to like free speech rules or anything like that. It's just simply, I couldn't get protected by the system and now I'm fucking mad.
To it. She literally tied our hands and did this. So either America's gone and completely done, or in Texas and in Connecticut, if I have the money for the appeals, that's why they want to bankrupt us right now, because they are so scared that if there's any justice left at the Texas or the Connecticut Supreme Court or the U.S. Supreme Court, they've got to overturn this because the deep state, the ambulance chaser brigade are openly saying they're coming after everyone with this, just like when I got censored.
So are you saying that you think the people in the appeals court will see the gravity of it? Is that what you're saying, why you believe it'll be overturned?
I don't know the fix is in that high, but I know that they've got their pound of flesh, they've demonized me, they brought back up Sandy Hook, they've made a bunch of money for their charities, they got $73 million from Remington. I mean, these dead kids are cash machines for these lawyers, okay?
I mean, him saying those kids are a cash machine is a self-report, right? It was a literal cash machine for him. Literally made him money.
So yes, all the lawyers agree that if we file a good appeal with the hundreds of bad things they did, that it must absolutely be either partially or totally overturned. And if it isn't overturned, no, I'm not scared, Stephen, because I've said on air the truth. I have less than $1.5 million in my bank account. Sounds like a lot to the average working guy, and I get it. With all my bills and crew and all this, that's on empty. My company has less than $1 million in it right now, and that's to buy product and pay payroll and fund our operation. So I never did this to make money. They had all these fake numbers. They had all our finances. They said he made
Bro, that's crazy. Doesn't he have like a rollie on his fucking arm right now?
$61 million last year. Our gross was $61 million. I paid myself $200,000 last year. It's all in the bankruptcy court. They know it. They know it's true. Was there a year that I paid myself $12 million? Absolutely. The year of the divorce with my ex-wife 6 years ago, thank God it was the Trump era. For the first time ever, we had all this extra money right when she divorces me. It goes through the process, and the court made me pay her close to $10 million to, quote, buy her out of the company because I've been married to her for 13 years. So the 1 year God came through, the 1 year that because usually I make about $1 million, $2 million a year, but honest with my audience. And after all the bills and stuff and legal crap, it's gone. Of course. Okay, but I don't do it for money. The 1 year I made $12 million, God came through, magically the money came in to then buy my ex-wife out of the company. So again, they think, so it doesn't
Alex,
matter.
can I point something out?
He's a divorce court warrior. Your Honor, I'm a victim of divorce court.
$1 trillion judgment.
I want to say something here that's important because I see you and we all struggle with this, right? Where you're saying, because I know that people think that sounds like a lot of money. And it's sad that you even have to say, no, you don't do this just for the money, but you absolutely deserve to earn a living if you have millions.
Oh, that's crazy, man. Where was this kind of understanding when it comes to, like, I don't know, leftist commentators? These motherfuckers love talking about how much money I make when what I make is literally fucking pennies on the dollar in comparison to both of you fucking demons. And that is before we look at what you are saying and what the fucking impact of your statements are.
Millions of people who are listening and the amount of work that you put into it. I understand it. This
motherfucker said, I don't do it for the money. I did pay myself $12 million 1 year. You're all fucking rich. I mean, true, but there's rich, like the motherfuckers you're seeing on screen, and then there's rich.
What I do here as well. Conservatives are the only ones, surprisingly, the people who support free enterprise, where we feel like, because our audience is largely working class, you want to say, look, don't get mad at me because I make this money. Because there's a huge difference between 1 year making $12 million and a several $100 million judgment. You know who makes $12 million every single year? Colbert. Fallon. No one cares. And I just hope that people on the right.
Oh my God, he's saying the same thing. Oh my God. Which is true. People don't care. People don't care. You want to know why? Because, well, they are famous. Okay? They're actually famous. And they're far removed from any sort of like negative commentary. Nobody gives a shit. If you're like, man, Stephen Colbert sure makes a lot of money, everyone will be like, yeah, shut the fuck up. He's on TV. I don't think those guys harassed the families of, you know, victims of school shootings. It's not about who is making the money. It's about what you are saying and doing and what the impact of your actions are when you are making that money.
This is a major project for 6 years, 2 years before they sued me, and then now the last 4, with literally hundreds of articles a week, sometimes thousands. Every major news channel from HBO to PBS to Fox even attacking me over Sandy Hook and building it up into this giant controversy when I was not the Sandy Hook man, to set the precedent with the Alex Jones precedent to shut everybody else down. Now let's talk about this being the biggest defamation judgment in U.S. history by an order of at least 10 magnitude. If I can have an overhead shot here. Damn, I wish the survivors of Epstein received $965 million. Exactly. Good point on Twitter, Eliza. Think about that real quick.
Why the
We
triangle?
still don't know the names.
Yeah, what the fuck? Dude, that's funny. Man, his content is fucking primo. Let's be real, dude. Look at those triangles that he put.
Yes, except for OJ was found guilty of the actual deaths of 2 victims after a trial. That was a civil trial. Whereas Alex Jones was found guilty of making false statements about people who were murdered by someone else without a trial. So OJ pays 33.
Bro, you gotta hand it to him, bro. Printing out the tweets and then using your top-down Twitter printed tweet response on a Steven Crowder interview. I respect that.
3.5 million. I pay 900 plus million, and it goes on.
Yeah, but
and on.
OJ was
so what's
innocent.
going to happen? Absolutely, he was found innocent by the criminal, but guilty by the civil. So when are they going to sue MSNBC for some of the lies that were done? I want $1 million. My feelings are hurt by their lies, and it just goes on from there. But those are some really important points.
Watch Louder with Crowder live.
Holy shit. Isn't there just more evidence for a new defamation suit from the exact people suing him now? I mean, look, he's trying but failing to do a good job, once again, shocking, in defending himself. If he had stopped defaming the fucking parents over the course of the many years where he just said that they were, without any evidence whatsoever, crisis actors, that they were lying, that they had an underlying reason for lying like this. Like, if he had done that, at any given point, he wouldn't have this situation. It is quite difficult, as we've talked time and time again with the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, to sue someone successfully for defamation. Like, you really got to be Alex Jones at that point.